welcome back to another Potato 246 video, and today we are go ahead and jump in. This is the NHC. We are mostly going to be talking about Epsilon and at the end a few winter storms that are coming up. But here are the winds and arrival time for these for this storm. We also have an area to watch in Caribbean. Didn't really turn out as much, but we'll have to see what it does. But that's a lot of lines. But here's about a day of time, so it's going to be pretty slow moving, and then the next day it's going to start moving faster, and then faster, and then probably going to be right about here. Right here. It's going to brush pretty close to Bermuda, probably going to be on the western side of the storm. Let's go ahead and check out Weather Nerds here, custom satellite zoom, and let's look at the high resolution IR loop. So it's really kind of covered that convection. Sorry, that's from earlier. It's really kind of got that convection up here, and then it's starting to blow it up near the center there. And it is really pulling in some dry air here. Huge dry slot here, but big dry slot. It's still moving. It's almost moving. Looks like due southwest or southwest. And if this is the outflow, if you haven't seen that, it's getting more established here. But let's go ahead and check out the intensity that is expected here. I'll put all the links in the description. But here is it right now, 45-mile-an-hour winds. And let's check out 50. And then of course, if you don't know, it goes from 85 and then to 90 miles an hour with 115-mile-an-hour gusts. They are expecting on October 24th 24th. But let's look at the future radar so we can actually let's look at the clouds. So let's look at the latest. I'll wait for it to load. I didn't really play the clouds because they're really all gone. Yeah. But if we check the windy map, we have it here. So let's get it right here. Let's go to Monday, 7 p.m. Yeah, that's right. And this video is recorded at around 7:36 p.m. As we can see, rotation, general rotation. So here's the real shape of it. Kind of weird, but it's consolidating. We have some pretty strong winds up here. Probably it's weakest on convection. Is convection's really right here, and some blowing up over the center there. But if we should move it out, of course this is GFS. Let's go ahead and move it out. So you can see how stationary it is. So it dips south here. It comes down and then goes up here. Starts to pick up speed. It's having a little bit more of that shape, even though it still has that weird lump there. But let's keep on moving it out here. Oh, moving it out. And this now is way past Bermuda here. But this is when it really gets its shape. Has some dry air definitely getting in there. But here's its general shape. It's very symmetrical, I should say. Let's move it back some more. And GFS has it moves slowly. GFS really has it getting pretty close to, well, not as close as the National Hurricane Center has it, about as close to the Hamilton area right now. As of right now, we can go ahead and check out the GFS. I mean the ECMWF European model, and it has it as a much larger storm. Right now, has a bigger wind field, but the has it still going a little bit further over here, but so it gets pretty close. It's pretty symmetrical. It's not a very large storm, but ECMWF tends to do that. As we can see at the Irma, that was a good comparison. It had ECMWF being much bigger than the GFS because the GFS really consolidates it. But let's go ahead and, like I said here, right here, I really explain this to you guys, and it's gonna be a pretty short video because all we have is Epsilon. Overall, no threat to land except Bermuda. But let's go ahead and check out the possible snowstorms we could have. So possible 3. So first thing we see is this cold front here, coming through another one, and then snow behind it, here. Move it out. This is the one that really doesn't like me. Site that really doesn't like me. So I'm probably not going to use this little fancy marker here. But so this would I like circling it though. So this would be our. Okay, there we go. So this would be our first or second snowstorm. Coming down here. Oh yeah, the first snowstorm was. Oh no, this is. But comes down here. It's a clipper system. Comes down here and it dips pretty far. Drops a bit of snow, actually, more than you would expect. So first snowstorm, the low pressure system is right here now, 107, and look at this heavy snow here. And as we can see, it's pretty heavy snow for the mid and mid east, for America, and pretty heavy snow for this area. Well, not for this area, but pretty heavy snow. And it comes through at 113, 111, then it becomes a real snowstorm up there. But if we can see in the model here, Epsilon right here, got outlines, outer bands, but so we moved it back here because I want to show you how why it weakens. It's because a high pressure forms right here, and it's snow moves out here, so it really is, those isobars really aren't consolidating right here. But then it moves out low pressure system, and all the heavy snow would be right here. But let's go ahead and move it out some more. And sorry, this is a different model then. So it has it really becoming a system here, coming through and then coming, and then really cold front here, and then what is it? Warm front, and then mixed front through here. So there's that. And then as we can see, our second system here, which is a little bit better looking when it comes off Canada and Alaska here. Now this is really more of a rocky storm. We can see some pretty heavy snow in those dark blues we can see, and those light blues. And at the end of the video, I'll give a shout out, but we have a low pressure system here, 1,000 millibars. It's really all snow except this little rain pocket here, which really doesn't amount to much. Move it out some more, 995, 998, 999, and 1002, but it's really starting to get that classic look here of a snowstorm. We can see snow here, rain here. It's starting to get that tail. These iso bars are starting to tighten. High pressure here, 147. Pretty strong high pressure here. So there's a ridge, and then a dip, and then a ridge again. So it's kind of a horseshoe pattern, I would say. Well, the dip probably goes farther than that. But that's why we are having snow up here. But let's move it out. And it reemerges 104. Looks like a more of a classic, sorry about that, a classic snowstorm. And see this snow, then that tail there it's formed. The low pressure system is looking pretty high and low pressure and pressure, but it looks pretty organized for what I can see. 104, 103, starts to strengthen again. Really starts to get that classic look. Low pressure system right here. It's starting to curl around here. Tail here, snow here, and then rain here, and then mix right here. So it's getting, it's becoming pretty classic snowstorm. Of course, the second one, it wasn't as strong as it came through here, but it dumped a lot of snow. And here is the third one, and as we saw there, some oddly snow down in Texas from the ECMWF here. Odd to see snow down there this time of year, but this really dips down here. Actually, nah, it's probably like this. It's a pretty sharp one, but then that's probably not a good outline, but you get the point. It really goes down, and 111, 108, it's strengthening pretty fast. 105, then 101, and it caused some very low latitude snow here. Snow for these areas. And it's kind of moving through here. So possibly snow for this whole area. And let's move it out a little bit further here. 998, 997. It really becomes a beast of a storm. As you can see, just very, very heavy snow right here. It's so heavy it turns pink. So that means it's really heavy. Specify. Very heavy snow. So possible snow for this area. And then, of course, it gets kind of sloppy weather right here, rainy weather right here. And then that is our third snowstorm. And it's a little far out, but we can see something here. Now, let's go ahead and check out the GFS model. 18Z for Friday, even though it's 18Z Monday. There you go. Let's move it out. Let's move it out to MSLP here. Precip. Refresh the page actually here. Okay. how to do. Okay, so here's what we do. Regions. Okay, so move it out here, and first storm. The GFS agrees surprisingly with European model. It has it right here, Clipper system, but the low pressure all the way down in Nevada and New Mexico borderline. Some rain down here. So possible snow for this area. This is in the near future, so that's probably the most likely one. And then it doesn't really have strengthening, but Epsilon here, just trucking along. But here is our second system, which is probably going to be one of the most powerful. And as we can see, bunches of snow here. Sloppy weather here. Rainy weather here. Move it out, and really becomes a beast out here. And then more of a Canada problem. And then our storm that really brings down that Arctic air here. Snow. It agrees with it agrees with the European snow for Texas, so not likely, but more possible a storm for snow for that area there. Look, even has it going further south here. Wow. But possible system for the books here. But then it has it becoming a beast up here. That is the third system. And then, yeah, that's it. Has something crazy out here coming through the Caribbean. I don't know what it has it doing. Some lunatic was very far out. But yeah, shout out to Max for helping me with this video. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.